Ooga baga, ooga baga, ooga baga, ooga baga, ooga baga, ooga baga, ooga bawa. We back, baby. All right, guys, I just want to say I am so happy to be back and be able to record for you all. I know it's been like a while, 2 weeks. We just had a lot going on. We had a COVID scare and that was just a mess on its own. But everyone is safe, everyone is well. So thank you for bearing with me through all of this. I really appreciate each and every one of you coming back and watching my videos, even though I'm not in them. So to show a little appreciation, you know, a little something, well, this video is going to be extremely long.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
We're going to have my September haul, my October haul, which my September haul is only 2 volumes, so don't think a little crazy, but we're gonna do my September haul, my October haul, along with some B-roll of a convention that I go to called Youmacon. I go every year. If you didn't know, I live in Michigan, and downtown Michigan, Detroit, we have a convention called Youmacon, and it's just a bunch of creators and like sellers for anime and manga and everything come down, and just everyone's there. So we have it in 2 buildings. We have a gaming building and then like a little convention building with tabletops and people selling merchandise and everything else for anime. So we are going to first go ahead and jump into that B-roll, and I will see you guys after the B-roll to just show you what I got there and to talk about my experience as well. All right, guys, so I really hope you appreciate that B-roll. Shout out to my editor. It is a lot of footage going into this video and a lot of time taken in. So really shout out to her because she is about to work her butt off right now. So thanks, girl. So to go ahead and talk about Youmacon, like I said, I go every year. It's just a small convention where people sell manga, reuse manga, which is some that I got as well. Figures, pretty much everything that you've seen in there. I got one really, I actually left it with my boyfriend, which is fine because I'll probably ruin it. But I was able to get the English voice actor for Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen. I got his autograph, talked to him for like a hot little quick second, so that was really cool. And yeah, it's a really nice experience. Especially that it happens only once a year. I can't get enough of it. Like I said, I go every year and I have so much fun. So first we're going to show you, I'm sorry, I'm all up in the screen. You know how we do it. I'm going to show you the manga that I got from an independent creator whose name is Brian. He wrote this manga, which is actually really a comic called Flip Side. He was there, he was selling it, and I can't decide if I like it or not. He actually drew the main character in here as well for me and signed it, so that was really cool as well. Never had that before. But like I said, I can't decide if I like it or not, but I do know that I want to buy the next volume to kind of figure out if I do. But he was a really nice guy, really cool. Like I said, he drew the art in it, and I did read the entire thing. And like I said, I just can't decide. It gives me, it's independent, so it's really different from what I'm used to seeing, what I'm used to reading. But I don't know yet. But we have the main character named Cress, who is, let me see if I can find it in here, who's very shy of like talking to girls and everything. And he likes this girl named Mayflower, I believe is her name. They call her May. And let's see, I think, yeah, I can show you. I don't want to give me spoilers, but that is May and Crest. And this is in a world that takes place in magic, and there's another main character as well who's a female, and I really like her character. This is just, it's just cool. If you're looking for something independent and trying to just see, I want to say I recommend this just because he had 11 volumes, I believe. And so he's really putting time and dedication into this. He's drawing everything, writing everything. So like, shout out to you, Brian, because you're doing this, so I appreciate it. Next from Youmacon, we have the manga that I got. So I got the first two of DN Angel, and these are both used. There's yellowing at the bottom, there's like crumbling, so I feel like it got wet at some point. But listen, I know in my manga tuber, I said I really got into manga because of Case Closed. It was when I first started. But it was also DN Angel as well. Now, can I tell you anything about DN Angel? Absolutely not. But do I remember that there's one boy and another boy who's like dark and with wings? Yeah, I do. I don't know if it's a love story. I don't know what it is.
Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that. Like,
or how this is what it is. And it's one of those things where like, I feel like if people see this, they're like, oh, I remember that. And I feel like we all remember it, but we don't know anything right now. So once I figure out how to get the rest of DN Angel, I'm gonna go ahead and read it and do a review on it and see if I like it as much as I remember it. It's such an older thing, so who knows. Next, we have Fate Zero. This is volume 6 and volume 7. I have the first two, and I've been looking to get Fate Zero. I don't know if it's out of print or what's going on with it and why it's so hard to find, but yeah. So this has my boy Gilgamesh on it, which I really love, and then this other complete maniac on here as well. Fate Zero is a really good series. It's one of those ones that once you watch it, you're like, oh, I really like it, but then there's so many spin-offs and everything else. So literally, my friend got me to watch Zero. I like Zero, and I was trying to figure out what to watch next, and I just watched Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, and then stopped. So if you're looking for anything that's like just a two-parter with literally top tier amazing animation will blow your mind, I definitely recommend Fate Zero. It is, and it has one of my favorite villains in there as well, but it is amazing. I love it so much. I'm so happy to be back. Okay, next I'm going to show you guys my figures, and I'm actually going to open them up. I've been waiting for this video to do that for you guys. So I got Miriam Fugashiro, if I'm saying it right, this is from Jujutsu Kaisen. Again, one of my favorite characters. There's one character here, one figure that I have that is a main character, but I rarely like main characters, and Fugashiro is definitely a side character, like a side plus. I don't know, like what do you call that? Side plus, side something. But I really like his character. I like his backstory as well. And his father, if you read the manga, then you know. If you didn't, you gotta wait to find out, and I'm sorry you gotta wait so long. But yeah, so I'm super excited to have this. All of my figures as well. These are my first figures that I've ever had So I mean, like, I have Funko Pops, but I don't really count those as figures since I'm not taking my Funko Pops out of their cases. Which one of them? Oh, right here. My Dabi. My friend looked it up for me. I got this for 10 bucks at Youmacon. She looked it up for me. It's like worth $300 and something right now. Like, it's something insane, which is like, that's wild because I just have it sitting there. But yeah, I get to put this together with you guys too. So here's the inside. But yeah, Fugashiro is one of my favorite characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. I always like the edgelord, even though he's not like a super edgelord, but like the edgelord mean boys who like stale face, don't really want to be bothered, those type of guys. Like, I really like him. And his face in this is actually really good, actually. So yeah, so here's Fugashiro. He's doing his hand sign for his jujutsu, which is like shadow puppets. I don't know how to describe it. Look, Jujutsu Kaisen is great. Are the stands irritating? Yes. Am I irritating about it? No. Is it overrated? Yeah. But we all enjoy it and we like it. So here's also the legs as well, and then we have the base. Let me just go ahead and open this up. But yeah, so Jujutsu Kaisen is really great. It's definitely not in like my top whatever, but it's still really good. Here's the base. It's just plain black. And this one goes here. Okay, knowledge. Look at me. I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer, baby. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and put the top part on, which is just squeezing it on. And then here's the whole thing put together. So I think this is really cool. Like I said, he's one of my favorite characters. And he was one of the first ones in the show out of the trio, to be able to do his domain expansion, even though it wasn't complete. So shout out to my boy Fugashiro, because he's meant for greatness. Next we have Giyu from Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is definitely a show, is definitely a shonen, is definitely online, but I think it does have way too much hype. It's just a typical shonen. That's it. Do I like the ending? I don't want to have another Promised Neverland reaction, but I kind of expected a little more, a little something different. I don't know how I truly feel about it. Go ahead and take this out. This probably is going to be a 3-part thing as well. But yeah, so it's definitely a show. But if you didn't know, Demon Slayer is about Tanjiro and this demon named Muzan, who ends up killing his entire family, and Tanjiro is just trying to get revenge. Let's just leave it like that. But again, another edgelord, I don't really like talking to people characters, is Giyu Tomioka. So I'm like, okay, like definitely I like Giyu a lot. And the Demon Slayer game just came out, and I've been playing that. And I play Giyu. I main Giyu. So that really lets you know where I'm at in my life. So here's the base. Like I said, nothing special. We have Giyu's head. Let's see if you can see this. Giyu's head. Like I said, again, nothing super special. These are just my first figures ever. Shout out to Elite Collector for inspiring me to even get into figures too. And then here's Giyu's body, which they, when I was there, they had like an alternate color for Giyu, and I was not having it. And she was like, oh, I have another version. And she gave me this one, which was more accurate to the show, and could not thank her enough. So that's what's up. And then, all right, we're back to being stupid and don't know how to put these legs in. One moment. Okay, there we go. So then here's the whole thing entirely. Again, he kind of looks like Fukushiro, black hair, stale face, don't want to be bothered. But yeah, this is Giyu. This is my Giyu, you know, so it's really cool. So we have that, and next we're gonna go into this, which is my Full Metal Alchemist. This is Edward Elric. Like I was saying, there's very few characters that I like who are the main character, and Edward is one of those ones who is top tier, and I love his character. I love his development. I love, literally, like, I feel like it doesn't get any better than this young man right here, okay? Because it's just great. Like, the show's great, he's great. If you haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist, again, I am looking at you, Mark. I am looking at you, Bald-Headed Senpai. Get it together. Okay, the show is great. I really hope at some point y'all do get into it, because it's top tier. All right, so here's the base, just a black base, just like the other ones. This was the most expensive one that I got. I can kind of see why, because it doesn't look like too high quality, but it's a lot higher quality than the other ones. But yeah, so this is Edward Elric. Here's the back of him as well, and then his arm, which is really cool. Let me go ahead and put him on the base. But yeah, Full Metal Alchemist is my favorite show ever. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's just a cop-out because it's so good.
Said what I said.
It's so good. Yeah, so we don't have to go into any more depth than that. Oh, okay, this has two parts on this one leg. Okay, so boom, here he is on the base. So yeah, I'm super happy to have this in my little collection as well. These are, like I said, my first figures ever. They're nothing extravagant, but they're pretty cool to have. And then lastly, the man, the myth, the legend himself, we have Satoru Gojo, again from Jujutsu Kaisen. There was a bunch of like Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer people down there, like literally all over the place. That's all you can see. And though I do like these shows, I can't stand when it's like overbearing. So you Chainsaw Man fans, I know about you, okay? Am I collecting the manga? Yes. Am I gonna read it? Yes. But am I gonna read it while y'all talking about it? Absolutely not, because y'all are annoying, okay?
I said what I said.
I said what I said, and I mean that. Oh, this one comes completely together. A gift, because, you know, I can only be an engineer for so long. Oh, and here's the base on the back. Give me 1 second. Okay, Gojo's base is the only base that has like a design on it, so that's pretty cool. Let me show you guys that. Like I said, this video is going to be super long, so I hope you guys just want to, you know, chill, grab a snack, relax, you know, and we're just going to go through all of this stuff. So here's Gojo's base. It's nothing like a super big design, but yeah, it's just a design on it. So he's the only one that has that, so that's pretty cool. And then here is Gojo. Got his 6 eyes, you know, white hair. My friends would tell you 100% that I am a sucker for any anime character with white hair. I literally, like, I refuse to deal with anyone else who doesn't have white hair. But I really like Gojo. White hair a very silly man, but can be very serious as well. So I'm here for it, and here it is on the base. So yeah, so those are the 4 figures and the 4 manga that I got for Youmacon. Next, I want to jump into, before I do my haul for September, October, these were gifts that were given to me in October for either winning a contest or doing a contest just because, and 2 of them are just because, and 1 of them is for doing a contest. So my contest is from I want to say it's Nagfa _Alex on Instagram. She got me Mao and Never Open It. Mao, I heard from AS Dax, who I'm so happy she made a YouTube channel. She talked about this and talked about the first volume. So I really don't have to read it because she did an outstanding job of giving me literally everything that happened in the volume. So shout out to her. I'm still gonna read it, but I believe this is by the same creator, I think she said, of Inuyasha, which I never read Inuyasha, but we all know about Inuyasha. So I think that'd be really cool. And again, white hair in the front, look like an asshole, I'm here for it. So yeah, so that is, and that's, I think she said she is the asshole. He is an asshole. So yeah, I'm here for that. And then also Nat got me Never Open It. I'm sorry, I just like had a mini stroke. But got me Never Open It. Never heard anything about this, and she had other titles that I could have got, but this one just called out the most to me. I didn't know that it was so thick as well. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this. And the back just says, but listen closely now, no matter what, you must never open the box. So I believe this is either 4 or 3 different stories. It could be all revolving around this box. Let's hope and see. But yeah, when I read it, I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Next on my gift list, we have Nijigahara Holograph. This was gifted to me by Mark Reads Manga. Shout out to her. She said she read like a little bit of it and was just like over it, which I can completely understand. I read the entire thing. I enjoyed the entire thing. So thank you for giving this to me. She also gave me, at the bookmark in the front, a couple of her bookmarks, which I need to get into contact with her because these are literally amazing. She's great. But yeah, so I read Nijigahara Holograph, and it was a very, was just a wild story with a bunch of different people involved in certain things. So, and their outlook on life and who they are and who they became after a certain incident that happened when they were a kid. This is good, definitely not for everyone. So like I said, I completely understand why Mark is like, I don't like this. And a lot of Inio Asano's work, I don't want to say a lot, but definitely this and Girl on the Shore are on the same like wave path of being something that's a little bit more deep or thought-provoking. Not to say that Mark isn't that, but like you have to like really look into these characters and things aren't explained. So yeah, so Nijigahara Holograph was another gift that I got from a friend of mine. And then next we have another gift from my favorite bald-headed person ever, your bald-headed senpai. She gifted me Rurouni Kenshin volumes 3 and volume 4 are the 3-in-1s. These are different from the ones that I have, but I'm really not going to complain. I'm not complaining at all about it because I kind of like these more than the ones that I have. So it's really cool that she was able to find these and gift them to me. If you know about Rurouni Kenshin's author, then you know about Rurouni Kenshin's author, okay? So she was able to get them used. They're in really good condition. I want to get all of Rurouni Kenshin before I start reading it. I do know that it's extremely well and extremely good. So I am just kind of waiting until I get everything to read them. But shout out to her for gifting those to me. I like appreciate it so much. So next we are going to go into my September haul, which is literally 2 things. So we're gonna go into September and October like back to back, like super fast. So in September I got volume 16 and volume 17 of Seraph of the End. And then let's go ahead and jump into October. where I was able to get volume 18, volume 19, volume 20, volume 21, and volume 22 of Seraph of the End. This is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. This is very, very tropey at times. It's one of those ones where it's like,
my friends are my power
type thing. So I do like Seraph of the End a lot. Again, it's, I believe I talked about it before, but it's just about a world infested or living with vampires and people who kill vampires, and the weapons that they use and things like that. And these two boys, the Mika, who is the only one who I really kind of like, and then his friend who I can't remember, and Cassie is probably going to be like, he's the main character. I don't like main characters, but yes, Mika and the other one, who one has ended up turning into a vampire and the other is not, and their journey together and doing things as well. So it's definitely a story. It's definitely something that I like reading, but it's not on my top list to be like, everybody used to read this, because you don't. But yeah, I really, really like it. So next, there's literally so much. Yeah, I hope y'all sit down, buckled up, and everything. So next we'll go into this. So we have Drifting Dragons. This is volume 9. Again, I have 1 through 8. I've read volume 1. This is also a Netflix show as well. The art in here, let me see if I can just find like a full panel of something. The art in here is really, really amazing. I enjoy it so much, like so much. And it's about these group of people hunting dragons and eating them and cooking them and using dragons for resources. So here's some of the art in there. Like I said, it's really detailed. It's beautiful. Like, bottom line, it's beautiful. And I read volume 1 and fell in love with it. And it is like my cooking manga, because I'm pretty sure there's more depth to this than just that. Like I said, it's also a Netflix show. So if you're interested, by all means, go ahead and check that out. They have my support. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah. Then next, we have Hell's Paradise, volume 10. Again, I haven't read this, and I'm actually excited to start reading this. Mark said that it's really, really good, and I respect her a lot. And then, like I said, the art in here, I haven't said that, I'm sorry, but the art in here is really good as well. I'm not sure, here's a full panel. I don't want to show you the words because it might be a spoiler, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just really interested in reading it. I can't even tell you like everything entirely about it. Sorry, but I'm sure some other of my friends have like read it, said some things about it, and adore it. Well, most of them do. Cassie adores it, and Mark adores it as well. So definitely check out those two if you're interested in seeing anything that they have to say about it. Then next, I have one of the greatest things of all time, Mob Psycho 100. This is volume 7. I actually thought that volume 6 was the end. I didn't read it all. I've watched the show. I watched the show, and they just announced the season 3 actually. So turn up because I'm so excited. But Mob Psycho 100 is about a boy named Mob, and just following him in his supernatural powers of being a psychic. This is great, and his journey and progression is literally amazing. The animation is great in here as well. I highly, highly, highly recommend people watch this, because you will not, like, you won't regret it. Like, you just won't. So yes, definitely check out Mob Psycho. Next, my friends, my IRL friends, oh my God, how that stroke taste?
Man, how that stroke taste?
My IRL friends will definitely laugh at me about this, but I got Steins Gate, and this is the Barnes & Noble edition. Don't know what makes it so special, but I got Steins Gate volume 1, and this is Steins Gate 0. So I watched Steins Gate, and my friends are probably laughing at me right now about how many times I just said Steins Gate. But I watched Steins Gate maybe 2 years ago for the first time, and if you aren't watching that right now, I want you to stop, go watch all of Steins Gate, and then come back, okay? Because this is amazing. Don't watch Steins Gate 0 first, watch Steins Gate. But this is amazing, and this is the next, I don't want to say spinoff, but the next version of it is it does involve time traveling. So there's the alpha beta line and then the alpha line and the beta line, I'm sorry. And this is the beta line. And the alpha line was literally insane, and I heard that the beta line was even more insane. I promise you, this is worth every moment of your time, okay? I love Steins Gate. So many people love Steins Gate, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it as much or haven't read it because you watch the first episodes and you're like, okay, this is just a harem. Back it up.
Bag up, bag up. Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.
This is not a harem, okay? This is greatness at its finest, and I can't get enough. Like I'm at a loss of words, baby, because this is good. This is really, really good. I definitely recommend watching the show and then watching Steins Gate Zero. What I'm probably going to do is end up rewatching Steins Gate and then watch Steins Gate Zero because I've never seen Zero before, and then read it. Just because I don't know how often these books are coming out because everything has been pushed back so much because of the paper crisis or whatever you want to call it for manga. So if you didn't know, a lot of manga is constantly being pushed back because there is either not enough staff or they can't just release enough, I guess, for lack of better words. Regardless, there's a lot of pushback on manga release dates, so I'm not sure how often those will come out, but I'm really excited to read it and just get into it. The release dates going back is literally killing me because I've been waiting for Vinland Saga Volume 12 since April. Okay, we're in December basically. At this point, we're in 2022. So for them to just be like, we're gonna continue pushing it back, and it's like, it hurts because it was in April, then it was in October. Then my hookup at Barnes & Noble, shout out to you, she was like, oh, this got pushed back to the end of November. I'm like, oh, okay, like whatever, I've been waiting for so long. And then I go on writestuff.com, shout out to Write Stuff, and I see that it's pushed back to like December 4th. So I'm ready to just, okay, because I'm over it. I am over it, but I'm excited for when the things do come out, and I cannot wait. So yeah. Next, we have Parasite Volume 6. I am currently trying to collect all of Parasite. I watched this show and love this show. It's really, really good. I actually watched it with my boyfriend, who's calling me right now. So sorry, but I watched this with him, and I really, really enjoyed this show. And it's about a parasite coming and affecting this boy, but also other people on Earth. And he's just trying to kind of live his life and protect himself, and the parasite is as well. So their relationship, along with the other people who are infected, is a really, really good dynamic. And I cannot express how much I enjoy Parasite. So next we have a full series. And this is definitely dedicated to Bald-Headed Senpai because she was like, hey, you need to read Gangsta. And I read Gangsta, and I love Gangsta. And next video, you'll actually see my reading log because it's been a lot for September and October. But I read Gangsta and I loved Gangsta. And so I ended up getting her and myself Gangsta Curse, which is like the prequel. And this is volumes 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, and volume 5 of Gangsta Curse. Right now, the Gangsta is been on hiatus, I believe she told me, for like a really, really, really long time. So I'm just, we need our fix after reading it and me talking to her about it. We're like we need more, like, please. So I ended up getting both of us Gangsta Curse, and I actually need to get that shipped out to her. And my dog is literally convulsing at the mouth right now because, my God, I hope you didn't hear that. But yeah, so I got a case of Curse, and it's about this group of people called Twilights who were sent in a war as superhumans, but then a lot of people just don't like them now because they aren't normal. And they ended up creating their own society, and that's Gangsta. Gangsta Cursed I actually believe it's about the people who end up fighting Twilight. So it's a really, really good intro, and to be able to see the war. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it talks about the war, because me and her need this, okay? Okay, so next we have a bunch of single volumes. They aren't one-offs, but they're just single volumes for right now. I didn't get like a whole series or anything for them. This is Opossums, Volume 7. And I was looking up art. You're probably seeing art on the site. Well, not even probably. You're seeing art on the site for sure. And I was looking at the art, and I was blown back. I have no idea what this story is about. And when I was looking up the art, they were only showing like full manga panels. So I was like, oh, like this is great. Like I don't have to spoil myself, because I spoiled myself on Attack on Titan. But I was like, oh, I don't have to spoil myself on anything or whatever. And I ended up like constantly looking at the art for Opossums. The covers are really amazing, which it's been like calling out to me. I'm trying to see if there's any more that's like full where I don't spoil anything. They've been calling out to me or whatever, and I was like, okay, like I'll look at that. And I ended up grabbing it. I always typically grab the first 5 volumes. This is when I know if I like something or not, unless it's a short thing. Then I grab all of it, like 10 volumes at the most. But looking at this art, it's amazing. So I'm really, really, really ready to start reading this. So yeah. Then next we have Fist of the North Star. This is volume 2. Like I said, like this came out early October, I believe. So you're seeing all of this and you're like, wow, like yeah, I've been gone. I've been gone for a while. I haven't done a haul. I haven't done anything for a while. So super happy to be back. But yeah, so we have Fist of the North Star. Here's the inside. A really old manga. I believe it came out in the 70s. So that's just lets you know how old it is. Not to say that if you're born in the 70s, you're super old, but this is really old compared to me. So this is one of the like older mangas that I have that came out like way back when. And I also have volume 1 as well. So again, once I get all of these, and again, I love the hardcovers, the same thing as the full metal editions. I've been collecting those since it happened, and I cannot get enough of the hardcovers for that. So thank God they're doing that, and I hope other series get that same treatment as well. Next, we have Moriarty the Patriot. This is volume 5. Again, I was looking at some art on this, and I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna like this. And I've been collecting it. So there's a lot of stuff that I've been collecting, and I'm like, hey, I know I'm gonna like this, so I'm gonna continue collecting it. And this is definitely one of them. Of course, I love detective stories, and this is one of them, which I don't want to give like false information, but Sherlock Holmes is the detective. I believe these are the people who are committing the crimes. I think, I don't know. But yeah, so I've been collecting those, really, really loving it. So I'm kind of ready to start reading that too. I've been getting so many things that I'm like ready to start reading or need to read. But I've been currently reading all of the things that I have right now as well. So thank God I'm reading and collecting the things that I like, so I can just go have a nice little flow into everything. Let's see, next we have Spy File.
I fucked that. Bro, damn.
Next we have Spy Family. This is volume 6. Again, one of those series that sometimes get pushed back, sometimes doesn't get pushed back, but a lot of people are enjoying this. And I believe that this series is about 2 secret agents, and then they have an adopted daughter who is a telepath, if I remember correctly. This is currently getting an anime as well. I don't know much about it other than that. I do know that it's kind of like a comedy manga thing, and I know a lot of people are excited for it. So shout out to Spy Family. I'm gonna go ahead and start reading that. Next, we have Jujutsu Kaisen. This is volume 12. I am ready to start reading this. This series definitely got pushed back. I want to say 100% sure that it got pushed back. So I'm ready to start reading this. Right now, the arc that went in is the Shibuya arc, and it's pretty wild. Some things just happened to Gojo. And I'm curious just to see where the story goes with this. I really, really like the main villain, both main villains actually, and one of them has white hair, so that lets you know where I stand. But yeah, so I'm really excited to start reading that as well. Next, we have Chainsaw Man. I'm not gonna do a bunch of talking about this because I don't know much about Denki, I believe his name. Deji, I'm sorry. Now the stand's coming at me. Relax. It was an accident. Denji. I don't know much about Denji, but I know Heartless Weeb really likes him. HVL really likes the manga. Kazi really likes the manga. Like literally everyone who touches this really likes the manga. East Coast Manga really likes the manga. Can y'all just please, and it's also getting the anime really soon. So can y'all just stop talking about it? I don't want to see a Funko Pop. I don't want to see a Nindroid. I don't want to see a tweet. I don't want to see an Instagram post. Just let it be dead for at least a month. At least a month. And then I'll open it up. Okay? I read Fire Punch. I love Fire Punch. It's by the same creator. And a lot of people say that Chainsaw Man kind of is a more fleshed out, not version, but a more fleshed out story than Fire Punch, even though I enjoy Fire Punch to death. But I want the hype to die down and go away, okay? It's the same thing for Demon Slayer. I want the hype to go down and go away. Because once y'all get the endings of these things, I don't know about Chainsaw Man, but once y'all get the ending of Demon Slayer, y'all gonna be like, oh, okay, like, make it make sense. And it won't. So have fun with that, okay? Next, we have everyone's favorite. We have One Punch Man. This is volume 23. Again, super excited to have this in my collection. I've been collecting all of them. I ended up like getting all of them at one point and was like, I'm just going to continue doing this until it, is done. Okay, we are like more than halfway through, so I'm so happy for everyone sticking through this and watching it all, because like I said, it is a lot. This boy is thick. Okay. Next, we have Great Priest Emotep. This is volume 11. It's super funny. My hookup at Barnes & Noble, she was like, I really feel like you're the only one reading this. Sweetie, I'm not reading this. I'm not reading it, baby. You thought I'm not reading this, at least not yet. I'm going to read it, but not yet. I have everything up to volume 11, which is including this. The art in here, again, while I was looking up photos to put into the video, the art in here is really amazing. So yeah, shout out to Great Priest Emotep. I had a friend recommend it to me, and then we have a Nubian King. So I mean, like, where do you go wrong in that situation? Okay, so next we have one full series and then like a couple of like things that are just 2 volumes. I'm sorry, I'm so in your face. This is just a more intimate thing between us. Don't tell your parents, because I don't know if you're of age. I probably shouldn't say that. I make really horrible jokes, I'm sorry. Okay, so next we have volumes 9 and 10 of Noragami. I love Noragami. I watched all of Noragami on Hulu, which I'm paying for Hulu, and for what? Y'all, for what? Okay, I don't even... 9 and 10 of Noragami. I'm really happy to have this finally up to volume 10. I could not find 9 for the life of me. And then it was on right stuff. So, yikes. But yeah, Noragami is about a guy named Yato and his 2 other companions. One girl who, when she falls asleep, she kind of becomes this spirit. And we have another boy who is a spirit who ends up becoming Yato's weapon. I love this series. It's really good. And it's like in the volume like 20s right now. And I know for a fact the anime doesn't go that far. So I'm really curious to like how far this goes and how deep and more character development we get between the characters, because this was good. Like, it was good. And the animation at the end of season 2 of Noragami was really good as well. So yeah, I finally have volume 10, so now I can start collecting the other ones and probably get catched up and then start reading it. Next, we have one of the greatest of all time. Okay, I kid you not. This is volume 15 of the Heroic Legend of Arslan. I am loving this series. I cannot get enough of this series, and I'm so happy that Mark and Baldheaded Senpai are starting to read this as well, and they really enjoyed it. I did tell them like, hey, once you get past, the name barrier, then you'll be good. yeah, so I just can't get enough of it, and I'm gonna correct the words, but here is a full panel of a character that's not super spoily, but this volume, I was like,
wait a damn minute.
I love this volume. This volume really was good. Every volume has been amazing, but this one really stepped it up of what people's intentions are and how they really are, and I cannot get enough. And then we're also going to be getting some more darker skinned characters as well. So I'm really excited to get into that and to see their role and everything too, because we ended up seeing One Kingdom. I can go on with this all day. I'm not going to do it, but just know that Heroic Legend Arsenal is really good. Beyblade guy, shout out to you for really harping on me about this and reading it, because you have not let me down and I am here for it, so thank you. Next, we have The Way of the House Husband. This is volume 6. This again, it's a comedy anime and manga, and I believe the anime is on Netflix. Me and my boyfriend watched the first episode and we're literally laughing. And a guy in Texas when I was down there said like it just gets funnier and funnier and funnier every episode. So super happy to have this in my collection. This was kind of a wait to get to, just because of the pushback and everything, along with this volume, which is No Guns Life, who I don't know who this chick is on the front, but she a baddie, okay? She is definitely a baddie, and I'm definitely ready to really get into this now that I have over 10 volumes, so I can start reading this and get into depth. This is about a character who ends up having a gun as a head, and just his, like, he's a detective as well, so his detective work. I love detective things. I cannot get enough of it, so yeah. So next, we have this giant boy. We have the Colossal edition of Attack on Titan. This is volume 6. I believe the next Colossal edition is actually going to be the end of the Colossal editions. Like this is huge. Like compared to my hand, and I have pretty decent hands, like giant hands. This is huge, and this actually goes past the anime of the season that just ended, so I kind of want to read it, but then I'm going to be upset because it's not the end of it and I'm still gonna have to wait, so because I don't read anything online. But yeah, so we have this. I'm super excited to read it. Like I said, it's just great. Like, I want to show you some art in here. Let's just find like a good thing that's not, yeah, so this was all in, oh, I thought it was in a different language for a second. This was all in the last season that just came out. So if you haven't watched the last season, I apologize, but yeah, that's some art in this thing. The art is really good in this. I heard that the ending was trash, and I heard the ending had like an extended part to it, and that was trash. So nobody ever knows how to end a story. I'm looking at you, Promise Neverland. I'm looking dead at you. Yo, so can't believe you did that. Next, we have Burn the Witch. This is volume 1. I actually just read this. And actually this cover was just like a paper thing. This is really cool. And I wonder if anybody else had this issue, because I was kind of looking online and I think they said that they did, but this came unloose and I had to super glue it back on. Like, let me know if you got Burn the Witch and had that issue, because that was like, I was like, what? But here's the cover of the book, and then here's the back. I really like this character. Again, look like she doesn't want to be here. Those are my type of people. But Burn the Witch is really good. I actually really enjoyed it. And it's by the same person who created Bleach. And I want to read Bleach at some point in my life. But until then, I can stick with Burn the Witch, who has female characters as the main character. And I ain't mad at it. Okay, lastly on the list, we have a manga who I was inspired to get by Marguerite's Manga. It's not the whole series out right now, but it's 8 volumes, and that is Smoking Parade. Now this, you see it's sealed up, so you know it's some juice in this, okay? And all of them, all of them are sealed up. So it's some juice in all of these, all right? But yeah, we have Smoking Parade. This is volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5, volume 6, volume 7, and volume 8. I was inspired to get this, like I said, by Marg, who was like, yeah, I've been really looking at this, because I told her that my first manga that I ever finished, if you didn't know, start to finish, every volume, was Dead Man Wonderland. And I finished that, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. It was really, really good. Anime, I mean, I'm just gonna keep saying it, the anime was trash, baby. Don't even pick that up. It was horrible. But the manga was amazing. And I was like, yeah, you know, that was the first thing I ever mentioned and finished. And she said, oh, like, I've really been interested in Smoking Parade. And I looked into it and I was like, I'm getting it. So shout out to Marg, because I got it and I cannot wait to read it. I actually was going to start today, but the new season of Pokemon Unite came out and I've been playing Pokemon Unite. So yeah, that is my haul for Youmacon September and October. We had to come back with a banger, a long video just for you guys. I'm really happy that you're here, like I said, and waited for me to come back. Thank you very much. And I cannot wait to just get back on a regular program schedule where I'm here and not like off somewhere because of X, Y, and Z and didn't have the chance to record. Again, thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, wait. Because if you made it this long and you didn't press the sub button or didn't follow me on Instagram or on TikTok, what are you doing? Go do that, okay? So stop what you're doing right now, because you're not gonna get it until you go do that. So go ahead and press that sub button. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I don't really use Twitter like that, but go ahead and follow me on all of those things and then come back. All right? Did you did it? All right, now come back. All right, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.